Mr. Mayor, we do have item at AB3 that needs to be
And that
taken.
is
That's just to do the formal.
for the FAPC powers that have to be filled out by.
I'll move the item at sorry,
Is there a
at
second?
E3.
I have a correction. I'm not sure that it's correct regarding the MTA North Sector. That's not an appointment that the council does.
Correct, but it's the fact that you're a council member serving on another board. That's the trigger for the ADT.
So it's not an appointment.
Right.
That's paid. I mean,
Right.
that receives
These are the ones
compensation.
that are paid, that receive a stipend of some sort.
Roll call?
I need a second.
Second.
Council members Friedman,
Yes.
Jarian,
Yes.
Carroll. Yes. Sinanian,
Yes.
Mayor Weaver.
Aye. And we don't need four.
Correct.
Okay, next.
Next is oral communication. This is a 5-minute portion. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Council may respond, question or respond to a speaker, but there'll be no debate or decision. The city manager may refer the matter to the appropriate department for investigation and report.
Okay. This is becoming new to me. I have one, two cards this time. I don't want to give the last name or their address. So just report. May I ask what city you live in? Good, thank you. Your first name for the record.
Tori,
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, council members, my name is Tori. I'm sorry, it's the first time I've done something like this.
Relax.
I've come here today to speak on behalf of those hurt by Mr. Sinyanyan's online comments, but more importantly about the significance of the diversity in Glendale. I've been a resident of Glendale for over 4 years. I am a Marine Corps Special Ops disabled veteran, a civil servant, a single parent of 2 children, and a proud member of the LGBT community as a transgender woman. Like most members of any marginalized community, I have spent a good portion of my life experiencing the challenges faced by anyone who cannot leave their home without facing people filled with hate for who they are. I've sat back as a silent observer, hoping and waiting for either the council, mayor, or Mr. Sinyanyan to do the right thing. All I've seen and heard were people dismissing the severity of his actions and what it has done to our community, telling us that we should just move on and sweep it under the rug because he was elected, albeit by people who either condone his behavior or were not made aware of it at the time he was elected. The most important aspect to society and culture is diversity. Without diversity, be it religious, economic, cultural, racial, or gender, new ideas and concepts would not be introduced. Society would stop evolving, stop learning, and stop progressing. Often society breeds pockets of individuals who share the same beliefs. When these groups segregate themselves from the diversity present around them and become dismissive of the other groups, misinformation and hate can overwhelm common sense, and behaviors like those shown by Mr. Sinyanyan occur. In these instances, empathy to others is lost because others are seen as outsiders. This is the seed to ignorance, hate speech, and bigotry, and this is what we as a society must work against. All people from all walks of life are both capable of great good and significant evil. From my experience, it is those who have sought an understanding of the diversity of humanity to be the ones who truly seek to avoid behaving with evil dismissiveness and evolve towards becoming empathetic, open-minded, and caring humanists. An elected official is charged with serving the entire community, with demonstrating respect for everyone they serve. We should expect them to aspire to be role models when it comes to diversity. We should expect them to be the first to step up and avoid using hate speech towards any group, but particularly those most marginalized and thus the easiest of targets. We need to expect more from our leaders. Ignoring an individual's past public declarations which are hateful without immediately and harshly condemning them serves only to teach our next generation that such behaviors are acceptable without consequence. Mr. Sinyanyan, you recently admitted being the author of some vile online postings, but it was a self-gratifying explanation, particularly given that our own mayor and others seem to praise you for coming clean, as if somehow dismissed entirely just how vile and hurtful what you wrote had been. Your actions would lead to the firing of any Glendale employee per the city code of ethics. Why you are held to a lower standard of conduct than any other civil servant? What precedent is set by you remaining in office? What message is the council giving to the Muslim, Latino, Turkish, and LGBT communities about what the consequences are when a public servant fails to make sincere efforts to evolve away from a divisive mindset? Mr. Sinyanyan, I ask you to consider what steps you could now be taken to heal the schism you have, your words have caused within our community. You speak of the good intentions you have for our future as a community, but actions speak louder. How do you think your past actions reflect on your stated intentions to better our community? You are the source of a great strife in our community today, and have shown little sincere willingness to heal that rift. At this point, your continued presence in our local government will only further increase that rift, no matter what you otherwise may intend. I have plenty of faults. I've made many mistakes in my life. I like to think that I've used them as a learning experience for personal growth and evolution towards becoming a better individual. Despite the pain your words have caused me and those I care about, and despite the shame your words have brought to the city I love, I forgive you. But forgiveness does not mean freedom from consequence. And so I believe that the community would be best served by your resignation, or by the council dismissing you for cause. Barring those outcomes, at the very least, I hope you will instead use these experience as an opportunity to inspire great acts of tolerance and acceptance towards the diverse communities within Glendale and elsewhere. I hope one day you will be an outspoken leader regarding what you have learned about the hurt your actions have caused and the shame you have caused our city and your beautiful family. I hope this humbles you, and that this ends up being a lesson to anyone who might be tempted to replicate your actions, to think twice before doing so. You have an opportunity now to prove your good intentions you spoke of, and I hope you will not waste it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Tori. Any comments? Okay, next speaker, Ray J.